Well, good evening. How are you? I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Cathay Williams. I happen to have been born by kind of Independence, Missouri, but in Jackson County. My dad was a free man, but my mom was a slave. And so that kind of made me a slave also back when I was born, 1844, I believe it was. But so we lived outside there in Jackson County for quite a while, but then we moved. The master decided we'd move to Jefferson City. And there in Jefferson City, he passed away. And not too long after that, the Civil War started. With that, the start of the Civil War, the United States Army, they came through and decided to take over everything, and I was part of the property they took over, right? And so Colonel Benton decided I should be a cook for his officers, that I didn't know how to cook. I had been in the house, not out in the field, but you know, I didn't have that skill, but I learned it. I did learn how to cook for the officers. In fact, I ended up cooking for General Sheridan while over in Little Rock, Arkansas. But then the war ends, right? What am I going to do? Here I am, you know, a Negro female also. I have no experience, no education. But having been around the Army for a while, I knew there was a possibility that I could join the Army. There had been a group established in 1866, right after the war, and it was a segregated unit. It was the 38th Infantry. And it was just for Negro soldiers in that. Well, I happened to be a little bit big-boned in that. And so it came to me that maybe I could dress like a man. And, you know, the Army, they offered $13 a month. I'd get a horse. There was a pension available. Yeah. You know, this might work for me, right? So that's what I did. Changed my name. I am now William Cathay. I am part of that Buffalo Soldier unit. And a lot of what we do is march. Yes, we definitely march. That's on foot marching. Not any other way, right? So, as a Buffalo Soldier in this unit, we march. We start off in Fort Riley, Kansas. Then we head off to Fort Union, New Mexico. This is on foot, over 500, almost 40 miles. Yes, we marched. We marched all over, and not very long there at Fort Union, we're off again. We head to Fort Cummings, New Mexico. But you know, by now I'm ailing. The rheumatism is getting to me. I got the neuralgia. I've been in the hospital quite a few times. But did you know that doctors haven't found my secret out yet? The medical exams weren't really needed back then. After about 2 years of being a Buffalo Soldier, though, I do get a discharge, qualified for disability. That actually happens right around here out in the west of Pueblo. So I decide, time to start dressing like a woman again. Gotta get a job. So I actually get one. Do you know where the Lincoln orphanage is up here on Grant? Well, I worked there for a little while. You know, even while I'm here in Pueblo, I decide to get married. Mr. Dunbar. Oh my. You know what Mr. Dunbar did? He took my money and my whole team of horses. Well, there I am. I don't have anything again. Well, after a little bit in Pueblo, I decide to go to, do you know we have an LA, Colorado? Los Animas, how about that? Yeah! So I spent a little time there in Los Animas also. Well, that would played out, but you know, I'm just getting old and all that marching kind of got to me. I'm living in Trinidad now. And so I just can't work anymore. You know, I even have the diabetes. They took my toes off from the diabetes, so it really makes it hard. Well, I go to the doctors again, but this time, do you know what the doctor did? He puts down there that I am not qualified for a pension because one thing, he says I'm only 5'7", but that I'm fine. And I'm a female. What, do you know, he figures it out this time. And now I'm not qualified for a pension. Goodness gracious, you know. Here I am, Cathay Williams. I was born a slave. I was a cook. But, you know, I was a Buffalo Soldier. And, you know, I was kind of a pioneer at the time. Go figure. The only Negro female that was documented, there may have been others, but I'm the only documented Buffalo Soldier female. You know, I was born poor and I died poor, but yes, I was a Buffalo Soldier.